Most golfers think they need a bigger shoulder turn to create more power. And while that's true, the way they achieve that gets them out of position and makes it tougher to hit the ball. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get a bigger shoulder turn, create more power while keeping your spine angle, and you're going to get the ball contact you've always wanted with that extra power. So what happens is people will be like, okay, I'm going to make a bigger turn. And they turn back as much as they can. The trail leg straightens out. The weight gets on the outside of the foot and they lose their spine angle. They stand up out of the shot. What we want to do is get that big shoulder turn, create the power, and be in a position where we can start the downswing for the ground up. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. So while creating a big shoulder turn is really important for creating power, it only matters as long as you stay in position. So if you come back and you're trying to get that 90-degree shoulder turn where your shoulders get way behind the ball, but you stand up out of it and you lose your spine angle as you come back, you're just making it more difficult to get back to the ball because you have to time up lunging back to the ball or getting your spine angle back to where it was. So what we want to do is get comfortable with the big turn. So first, I just have this shaft. I'm going to put it across the front of my shoulders because putting it behind your back, it takes a little bit of flexibility and it can really stress out your joints if you're not super flexible. So by getting it across the front of your chest, you can still see that you're getting all the way behind it. But what I want you to do is picture as you turn back, your left shoulder is going down toward your right knee if you're a right-handed golfer. So don't just turn to turn. You want to turn in plane, and I want you to feel the weight going into the instep of your right foot. You're going to compress your right instep as you turn back. You're basically going to spring load your right leg so you can get back in a good position. And then when you look at it from down the line, you can see where I am at setup, and then I rotate back. I'm trying to get the club completely behind the ball, but I'm keeping this flex in the right knee. Again, spring loading it so we can turn back through. I mentioned this quickly earlier, but the purpose of making a big full turn on the backswing is to be able to drive back into the ball, and that has to start from the ground up. So if you get in a position where your weight's on the outside of the foot, the right leg or trail leg has straightened out as you get to the top of the swing, you lose the ability to drive back to the ball with the legs moving first. And that's going to help keep on playing on the downswing. So as you're doing this drill, you set up, and you can see your right leg, your right shin is turned in toward the golf ball a little bit. We're kind of presetting the weight on the instep. As you're making that turn and moving the left shoulder down toward the trail knee, you want to keep that flex, keep that same angle in your right shin. That's going to let you create torque on the backswing, and then you're going to be able to drive back to the ball with the legs. If you come back and you raise up and that leg straightens up and you see this right shin start to lose the angle it started with, you've lost the ability to move dynamically back to the ball. So as you're making the turn, not only is it important to keep your spine angle, you got to keep your legs in a good position. Now I'm going to show you what the drill should look like for both angles, front on and then down the line. So again, set up, get your weight on the insteps of your feet, and you're going to work on turning back and trying to get your left shoulder, if you're a right-handed golfer, behind the ball, trying to get a 90-degree shoulder turn. As you're doing that, the right leg keeps the flex in it. Your shin stays at the same angle, so you're getting behind, loaded up, so now it's easier to get back to the ball. From down the line, you're trying to keep your spine angle as you're turning back. Your shoulders don't level out like this. Your shoulder goes down, your lead shoulder goes down toward your trail foot, and that's going to put you in a position so you're loaded up, and then you can start driving back to the ball with the legs. Now that you've got the feel for that turn, I want you to move back, but still don't lose track. Your club head can only move as fast as your chest turns. I don't want you whipping the club back because then your arms are going to have to compensate, and there's some other things that go on. So as you turn back and the club is moving back because your shoulders are turning, keep the club moving in front of your chest, keep your trail knee bent, trying to get your left shoulder even with the ball. Once your left shoulder is even with the ball, we can go on up to the top of the swing, and now you're in a position to rotate back through. And it's going to look like this. From down the line, you can see I rotate around my spine. My shoulders turn on the same axis. And even though my right leg moves a little bit, it doesn't fully straighten, keeping some flex to drive back through. And from the face-on view, you can see that my weight doesn't sway to the outside of my right foot. The shin doesn't straighten out. Hope that educates your game. I'll talk to you soon.